Hey everyone, it is Dani'i and welcome to this brief event update on what is happening across the Caribbean. So I hope that you guys are having a great Sunday afternoon, and we're going to be getting into all that is happening, the Saharan dust as well as shower and thunderstorm activity across some areas. And so before I go into details, of course, if you're not subscribed, please do so that you never miss an important update on what is happening out there. Okay, and so we're going to be focusing on the Caribbean and surrounding areas, of course. And first, we're going to northern South America. And here we can see a big contrast compared to this morning. We have lots of activity developing, also extended into the vicinity of Trinidad and Tobago. So all of that activity as a result of the heat and throughout today, resulting in atmospheric instability. So when we have more unstable conditions, it's more likely that we're going to be having lots of showers and thunderstorms. And that is exactly what we're seeing happening here across Colombia, parts of Venezuela, northern Guyana, going to sections of Suriname, and of course French Guiana. Those thunderstorms are actually building in parts of western French Guiana, going into parts of eastern Suriname. So that is what we're seeing. But of course, as we look into the vicinity of the ABC Islands, there really isn't much going on. Similar story for the Windward Islands, including Barbados. So let's go ahead and move to the general Caribbean region. And so here we're seeing that there isn't much happening, and this is contrasting what was there a couple of days ago when we had so much activity across parts of the northwestern Caribbean. But we see that most of that thunderstorm activity that has developed in the region is in the southwestern part of the area. Affected countries such as Nicaragua, also going to Costa Rica and maybe parts of Panama as well. But majority of that thunderstorm activity remains offshore in the Caribbean Sea. Not seeing much at the moment going on for the Yucatan, Belize. We see a bit of convective activity here and there across sections of Guatemala and Honduras. Going to El Salvador, things are looking to be in the clear. Going to the Cayman Islands, we're seeing that maybe some of those feathery clouds out there, some of those cirrus clouds, but nothing too much at the moment. For parts of Jamaica, but here we can see where we have some of this activity that was actually there, some thunderstorm activity developing earlier. Notice how those clouds that look a bit more gray have been fanned off from most of that activity moving to the northwest. So we have those moving toward the southeast. So that is the effect of the wind shear. You're seeing it in action here. But for most of the island, things are looking to be pretty calm. And then, of course, going to parts of Cuba, there is the development of some of that shower and thunderstorm activity. Similar story in greater intensity for parts of the Bahamas. We see a lot of that shower and thunderstorm activity in the vicinity of Andros Island. And so aside from that, there isn't too much happening. But for you guys down in the southeast, of course, where we have Trinidad and also into mainland South America, in the event of very heavy rainfall, of course, please do not take any unnecessary risks, because sometimes even just around half an hour of heavy downpour can cause flooding across flood-prone areas, guys. So please take all necessary precautions, especially as all that moisture remains in the area. And of course, as time goes by, it is likely that we're going to continue to see more and more of this sort of activity for you guys down in the southeast. But for most of the eastern islands, of course, there is that Saharan dust, and where we have those oranges and reds, that is where we have more abundant plumes of dust. So along with the heat, there is all of that dry air and dust out there, resulting in hazy conditions. So this is what is happening, guys. And of course, please stay as hydrated and as cool as possible. And note that the Saharan dust can cause eye and skin irritation along with other health effects. So it's best to stay indoors as well once you can do so. But that is pretty much it for right now. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll try to respond as best and as soon as I can. And remember to always be weatherwise.